Okay, jumping right in today. Right in early. Well, that's gonna be a new spot. This is why they made studio mode. Close enough. Okay, so while we wait for IQ members to gather, oh, of course I need to move this way. That's fine. Still relatively fine. Beautiful. Okay, so hope you guys are all doing well. Everybody. I'm apprehensive about streaming on my own channel. Oh boy. I haven't streamed on my own channel to my own community in a long time. I've only been here on the IQ channel, which is good. Good, I guess. It's a good place for me to come back and just kind of hang out with people. Man, the glare. That's pretty acceptable. I'm a perfectionist, what can I say? It's a curse and a blessing. It's a blurse. You guys have any blurses in your life? Blurst. Alright, so streaming. I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to hang out, have a good time. Very casual like. If you guys have anything going on with your stream, I got some stuff I want to talk about. There's always stuff for me to talk about. I'm a chatterbox, what can I say? Let's make sure I'm not peeking. Turn that down. Great. Okay. So, happy Friday indeed. Corlean Jedi. Am I saying that right? Corlean Jedi. Corlean sounds like... Correct me if I'm wrong, but it does sound like a Star Wars term too. Probably not. Corlean. Hangugo. No. How do you actually pronounce Jedi? Corlean? Corlea is a planet. That's what I thought! Corlean Jedi. You're all Star Wars up in that username. Tell me about it. Why'd you go with all Star Wars? Is that? And how do you feel about Star Wars right now? This is a topic that Hylian Pickles, if he's here, he's gonna be angry. He doesn't want anyone to talk about Star Wars ever because it doesn't matter. But I want to talk about Star Wars because it does matter. It does matter to me. Corlia. I love Star Wars. Even the bad Star Wars I'm fine with. I don't love it as much, but it's such a giant universe. A Jedi? Which Jedi? I don't know which Jedi came from Corlia. I really, dude, my favorite's like the Clone Wars. Bad Batch is really good too. Clone Wars has my heart. What about you? Koran? He's not in any of the shows or the movies. That's too bad. How did this light get worse? How's there more of a reflection now? That's better. What's the book called? Do you remember the name of the book? I haven't read any Star Wars books. I don't read anymore. I don't really read anymore. I mean, I read subtitles. You guys read subtitles and that's it? Is that all the reading we all get done anymore? Oh man, I used to read so much. Now I don't read anything. He was retconned out when Disney bought Star Wars book was I Jedi. Cool. Yeah, I don't care about what Disney does to try to change the story. The story is whatever you want it to be. It's a fantasy. Don't let them decide what is and isn't appropriate. Okay? Star Wars TV, true. Oh man. I can't believe I lost 100 pounds. I'm still so fat. I can't believe how overweight I was. Too much Star Wars. To me, it's all canon. And it's just different universes or something. Why not? Too much Star Wars. This is from the Star Wars. God, I can't believe it. I can't believe how much body fat I still have after losing over 100 pounds. You know what's the worst is when you're over 100 pounds overweight. I was probably, I don't know, I have to lose the weight to see how much I actually was overweight. But when you're 300 pounds or even 250 pounds and people say, yeah, but you wear it well, I would never think you're that heavy. And yeah, that might still be true unless I took my shirt off. Then you'd be like, look how frumpy he is. Man, you know what overweight people don't need? You enabling them. It would have been much better if people had been like, you wear it well, but you would look a lot better if you lost weight. Yeah, that's true. Everyone's afraid to speak the truth. So uncomfortable. But whatever. I lost the weight. I'm losing more. Okay, I did this similar, but I didn't gain half of it back. I went from 300 to 230, and then I went back to 250, and then I dropped to 225, 218. No, 212 actually. And then I jumped back up to 230, and I was like, nope, I gotta get it all off and never again. So I figured out a diet that works for me. I needed to for a lot of reasons. Health reasons, other things. I'm an old man. I don't look that old. I don't know. If it play a age guessing game, you'd be wrong. I gotta close my door. Hold on. Okay. Which is good. It's good for me to not look as old as I do. I think that's a good thing. It was bad when I was young. When I was like 30 and I looked 18. And 35 and I looked 22. I never really got like treated my age. So could have been worse, I guess. Would have been really bad in another culture, another country. Okay, so Corleone. I think this planet's name is Corlea. So you stuck with this as your branding? I can run ads on this channel? I'm not an affiliate. Why? Jedi works. I know. But when you like somebody and you're becoming friends with someone, you shouldn't shorten their name. You should make it longer. You should make it even bigger. Show your love and respect for your new friendship. You don't have to love the person, but you're working on it. No, I got you. Jedi. Yes. What kind of Jedi? Apprentice? Master? At this point, you're probably a master. You got, which force powers do you most synergize with? The Mr. Super Attract mode always gets stuck on bonks. Always. Yeah, what do your viewers call you? Do you find people... Luckily, chat can't screw up. I mean, I guess they could mistype, but they can't screw up your name like as badly as another streamer. So do you find chat understanding the reference and like getting your stream? And then follow-up question, what about other streamers? You can join voice if you want. If you're an IQ member, so unless typing's good too. Chat, I'm just letting you know, voice chat is open for IQ members to come in and hang out. Did we go off bonks? Wow, maybe the last Mr. update actually fixed Super Attract mode. It almost looks like a composite signal with this grain from this camera. You can really see how grainy this camera actually is. How do I have this set right now? What's up, Vale? Long time indeed. How did you find this place? Yeah. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'm muted, so if you do join, let me know in chat. I'm muted and deafened. Main cam. Virtual cam. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. In your Discord. Probably from my Discord. Yeah, my Discord. My Discord. Thank you for the thing that just happened, whatever that thing was. I can move that up just a little bit. I could move that up just a little bit. I think that would be good. 3 pixels that way. 3 pixels this way. Okay. V Squad. V Squad. Your Discord. Yeah. Your Discord. Got you. Yeah, that really does look like a composite signal from the camera. Is there smudge on my lens? Or a CRT almost. Smudgy lens. Or it could be the scan lines. I don't know. Vale. Yo, you're a streamer who's not in the IQ community. If you want to join, go to InfiniteQuality.live. We've got a community. It's you have to apply, but it's for as long as, which I'm pretty sure unless you cancel your affiliate contract, you just have to be a Twitch affiliate and following TOS, which you are, as far as I remember. I'm gonna be back to streaming on my channel. The Infinite Quality channel is for our community. This is like a casual tech supporty, chatting about streaming, answering questions, how-tos, equipment discussions, just kind of like an open discussion about streaming equipment, helping people fix problems. The IQ community is about troubleshooting, improving streaming, and it's about networking. We got roughly a little under 200 members, I think, in the IQ community. So we've got a Discord where if you ever have a problem with streaming or question about software or anything streaming related, we've got a Discord to discuss that stuff, gear. We've got these streams. We have a podcast on Wednesdays, so we do. So yeah, I believe in a good energy between streamers. I think streamers who come together and work together and support each other, not like lurk for lurk and that kind of thing, not that kind of thing, like real support, like real friendships that develop, real, yeah, you don't have to chat at all in the IQ Discord, you can still get a lot out of it. Jedi's, I had to permit creep for whatever reason. Creep is fine. Lurking in the IQ Discord is totally fine. Yeah, it's just there for when you need it, and it's a place to find other streamers who have been through the IQ application process and been vetted by our community leadership and mods, and a handful of other community members that help with vetting to try and make sure that people who... One of the biggest things we look for is whether or not you are receptive and open to... And this is a hard thing to gauge, but it's also easy to gauge when it's not true, right? People who are teachable, that's what we call it. Like if we go to your stream and you're yelling at everybody and somebody says something in your chat like, hey, the game's too quiet, and you go, nah, it's fine, I'm not gonna mess with that, and like you know, that kind of thing tells us a lot. It tells us about you, how receptive you are to feedback, to criticism, to teaching, how open you are. And then like in the application process, we do kind of ask you, please be teachable. If we watch your streams and a bunch of people agree that you're either breaking TOS, trying to be like crazy edgy, and not you're come off as very argumentative, then we'll probably reject your application. You can always contact us and try to ask us why we said no, and you can try catching up with us about what you might need to change to be able to join if you really do want to join. Nobody who's ever been rejected has ever tried, which is, I think Twitch does this too with their partner application. They reject most people who apply because they kind of want to see how you're going to react. Now, we're not rejecting you in IQ to see how you'll react. There's something that threw a red flag for us if you didn't get into IQ. And if you don't go through the process of trying to communicate with us and ask what you can change, you're probably not open to this. And if you're just going to get upset that we didn't accept you into the IQ community on first take, says a lot. I think Twitch does this on purpose. When you apply for partnership, I think that Twitch, now this is just conjecture, I'm just guessing, but I think that Twitch rejects most people to kind of do a couple of things. One piece is like a bit of a mind game and a test. You know, reject your first application. If you give up and don't apply again after that first rejection, it says a lot about you. It tells them that you probably, if you're gonna like be all pissed off and like have a bad attitude about it, it's a good filtering mechanism for Twitch to reject you on the first try. So if you ever get rejected for partnership on the first try, second try, third try, keep going. You know, I think a lot of it is like they want you to feel like you really earned it when you got partnership, and kind of grateful that they finally accepted you. And if you're the kind of person that's going to get defeated by one rejection, this is not the industry for you to be in. So, yeah. Anyway, apply to IQ. It's literally no requirements other than you follow TOS and you are open to discussion and willing to find help and help others when you have help that can help other people. It's really just about that. And the best way for streamers to network is to help each other. Yeah, that's the best kind of networking, where you find people that really helped you out, and because then it's genuine. And when you shout them out and you support them, it's because they were helpful to you. And you know, good mods are helpful people. Good community members are helpful people. So yeah, IQ, InfiniteQuality.live. If anybody's interested, you just have to be an affiliate, and the rest of the stuff I kind of already went over. So yeah, Jedi Veil, you guys. One of the things I wanted to talk about today, this is going to kind of tie in, and since nobody's got any questions, if you guys have any questions, direct questions, if you're having any trouble with equipment, with plugins, OBS, with your stream, anything, you know, I can try to help you out to the best of my knowledge and ability. If you have any questions about tech, like the Mister, old console streaming, M Classic, capture card settings, all that kind of stuff. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. Biggest thing, the thing I was going to talk about, if nobody has any questions, is branding. Branding is going to be tied very closely to some of the content that I'm going to be doing on the IQ YouTube channel. That's the other thing. The IQ YouTube channel has a ton of videos now. I've done, for the past few months, one video a week explaining all kinds of helpful stuff for you as a streamer. Every streamer, if you're a streamer and you're not in IQ, you should watch every single one of my IQ YouTube videos on the Monday videos, the streamer advice playlist, because it has best Discord settings, best audio settings, best camera settings, you know, OBS tricks, stuff that a lot of the other YouTubers don't really touch or hit. Some of the videos are shorter, and I just focus on like one thing. Like I just did it. The last video was on the Stream Elements mobile app, how to get custom alerts on your phone, on your mobile stream, so you could have your if you have branding and like animations and custom alerts and stuff, they will work. Even overlays and like the IQ logo, that stuff will all work on your mobile stream, on your phone, for Stream Elements. It's got some bugs, but they're not like stream breaking. They're things that you just need to kind of like, I go over in the video what you got to do to make sure those things don't affect your stream. Hey Ober, what is wrong with this game? With this core? This core is bugged. But let's this is an arcade game. Oh no, it's a Neo Geo game. Let's reboot the Mister. Yeah, just chilling. So branding is a huge part of being a streamer these days. If you don't have branding situated, it's very straightforward, very simple. I'm going to be doing next year in January, I'm going to be doing a video on, like a workshop video on how to set up branding. URL blocking in streamer.bot? No, because Twitch has an option to do that. To block URLs built into their settings. So I've never really needed to do it. Are you trying to block like a specific site or something? I don't see how that would be helpful, since it's very easy to make like a URL shortener and work around any blocked URLs with just a bit.ly link or something. Or even just like tweet the URL and then copy the link to the tweet, and there's lots of ways to work around that. I'm gonna run this super attract mode manually. Whoops. Oh, wrong key. Scripties. Sam. Mr. Sam. On. Up. Start. You have a regex that I'm using, but a lot of false negatives. I don't know, dude. I just think if people are going to be dumb enough to click on links in your chat that are unsafe or from like a rando, then they deserve whatever virus they get. Why bother blocking URLs? Just ban accounts that post bad ones, and it gets removed from the chat anyway. Is that wrong? Am I wrong to think about it that way? Correct me. We can have a discussion about this. Otherwise, I'm just going to yap about branding all day. So, I'm not going to... These streams are going to be cut down as well. These streams are going to be shortened. I'm not going to be streaming for 3 hours. I'm going to try not to stream for 3 hours. I'm going to be here like right away. No intro screen. Like really short intro screen. I'm not going to be here like as long on Fridays. Sometimes I might, but most of the time I'm going to aim for not doing that, because I'm going to be streaming. I'm going back to streaming on my own channel. And that's going to be... Oh man, I'm sweating just thinking about it. That's going to be a thing. Yeah, you're excited for me. Oh, I'm so anxious about it. Seriously. I'm very anxious about it. I almost had like a full-on, not a bad one, but like mini anxiety attack yesterday. I think it's because of that. Oh God. Okay, let me take some deep breaths so I can stop sweating. Holy crap, body. I gotta calm down my parasympathetic nervous system. Oh, I don't have my watch. It doesn't matter, dude. I get nervous just thinking about things. Okay, I'll be right. I'm gonna get my watch. Doesn't help that I'm like 30 pounds overweight, so my body just wants to sweat it all out. I got to watch. I got to put this watch on. I hate this band. I got 2 new bands coming. We'll see if they're good. So this is the new Halo View Amazon watch. Shows you heart rate. 86. It's a little high. It should come down. Now it's 90. I think I'm going to tighten it a little bit more. So yeah, it's not just IQ, people. I'm nervous because of what I'm doing on my stream. This is a great place for me to get it out, get my nerves out, and just kind of like get it out there. But we'll go back to the branding topic in a second. For my own mental health, I should talk about my stream a little bit. So, yeah, I haven't streamed on my channel in over 2 years because I got sick. And I'm nervous. I'm nervous for a handful of reasons. I don't know who's going to be there from my old stream, my old community. I don't know who I'm going to see again. I was very surprised to see a lot of streamers from my stream come here on the IQ streams, in the podcast or on Casual Fridays. The few times that they did stop by. I also didn't address them directly. Because we were in the middle of discussing something and I didn't lose my thought, and but like inside I was like, oh my god, the person, hello person, you're here. There was a couple of people that I was like, oh goody, Mr. Person who lies about everything is here. You know, there's always the viewer that let's be honest, you're not thrilled. You're not thrilled about... Yeah, but I don't know you to be a liar, Ober. I can't do it with this strap, dude. Okay, I'll have to make it loose. It's fine. Yeah, so... I just don't like liars. I don't like people who lie for clout or act in ways for positive attention that's like... a lie, especially with me. Like people try to lie to people who try to lie to me about things that are like, well, first of all, you could just Google it and get the answer, like instantly. You have the answer. Just Google the damn thing. And I'm like tech things, like this video card, like, oh, I have a friend who works for a company and they do this thing that would make no sense. You know, it's like, it's so stupid. Anyway, so, you know, my dad's a cop kind of lie. No, he's not. And these are grown adults telling these kinds of lies. So I don't know. You know, people with kids. Like, what? What you doing, man? Why? So, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't need you to lie to me to be my friend. So, yeah. I'm apprehensive because I don't know who I'm going to see. If I see just a bunch of people in chat that I'm like, oh, okay, cool, you're here. That would be kind of lame. And if I see a bunch of people that I don't know, I'm really hoping to catch up and at some point I hope everybody comes back and says hello and hangs out, and you know, I miss everybody. So I'm apprehensive about my streaming on my own channel. The other reason I'm apprehensive is I'm going to be playing music live, which I haven't done for a long time. I'm going to be playing guitar and singing. And not just like any old songs, like my original music. So before every stream, I'm going to start every stream. I might play a song here and there throughout the stream. Just grab my guitar, play one of my songs, maybe make like a Channel Point Redemption request at some point. Or just let people request from chat if the next song I do, if I do one. But they're going to be from my album, my songs, my original songs, in an effort to, number one, promote my music, my album, my upcoming album, which comes out March 27th of next year. And in an effort to practice, it's going to do a few things. Number one, I need to practice my being on camera and singing and playing music again. I need to like, it sounds weird, but I'm not ready to like, I'm not incredibly ready to be that person yet, but I want to be that person. So it's an effort to make myself more comfortable, because I'd really like to get on stage and play my music for people out in real life. You know, that would be nice. So it's a little bit of that, and I'm not used to performing my songs. I'm more of a production musician. Like, I'm more of a writing and recording musician than I am a grab a guitar and sing live. I can do it, but it's not my strongest skill as a musician. My strongest skill as a musician is, you know, setting up microphones and producing the music, recording it, writing it. That's more of, I'm better in the studio than I am on the stage, I guess. That's especially true if I'm singing and playing guitar at the same time. Now, if you give me one job, like you give me a band, and I only have to play guitar or I only have to sing, we're good. I can do that. I struggle a lot more with the play guitar and sing at the same time, because they both fall a notch of skill level. Like, if I'm just singing, I go up like a standard deviation higher of goodness. And then if I'm just playing guitar, same thing. But if I'm doing them both at the same time, they drop. And sometimes I struggle to keep them at the level that's still good. Like, one of them will suffer a little bit. Like, my guitar playing will go, for certain things will get weaker, and my singing will get weaker because I struggle to do them at the same time. I actually have an easier time playing drums and singing at the same time than I do playing guitar. I guess that sounds weird, but drumming is easier for me, even though you're doing a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. So, live performance of my music. Once a week, I'm going to be doing like a live set, like an actual live show where I'm going to set up. That's literally just going to be the entire stream, is me. So the three things, I'm doing 3 things with my channel. One is music performance. So that's going to be on Thursdays. I'm going to be doing like an actual live performance where it's like a show. I'm going to play my set. It's a way for me to practice playing my set so that I can get used to doing it, get my body back into the position where it's doing it regularly, so I can do it on stage. It's like a stage performance, but here on camera for Twitch. So that'll be a set, like a live show. Then the other 2 streams are going to be 2 days a week. I'm going to do music production, where I'm going to start with my old band with Feckless Man and Jared. We have a ton of music recorded from the like early 2000s onward. So I'm going to take like the oldest garage recordings we have and get them sounding as good as they possibly can be with what we recorded. Now, that's not going to be great, but at least it'll be like saved and sound as good as it possibly can for what it was for when we recorded it. So these are like old demos and tracks we recorded it. At some point in that process, we're going to hit songs that we only recorded the drums for and didn't. There's like, we did a recording session at the end where we recorded every song we ever wrote. And it was just all the drums and a scratch track. So those are going to have to be like brought up a level, or maybe even just like completely redone. So I'll have Feckless Man. I got to set up my drums in the garage and my recording set up for the drums in the garage. Have Feckless Man come over and we'll record every single song from the old band again. We're going to do this anyway. And then have Jared either record the vocals on his end at his house, or at some point fly out and record all his vocals We'll probably have him do a scratch version at least and see how it comes out with him at his house. And then if he can fly out here for like a few days, we can record all of Jared's parts here and finally get all the old music, like a good version of it, like the best we could possibly get, recorded. So I'll be producing music 2 days a week, 1 live performance a week, and then a couple of times a month on Saturday, I'm going to be doing retro console modding and repair. And with the intention of giving away modded devices to the community. So one of the things I want to do this is one of the things I'd like to give away. Well, it's kind of dusty, isn't it? Man, I clean so much. Everything still gets so dusty so fast. So I'll be doing micro soldering and console mods and repair. I don't know if I'm going to give this one away because there's like this hair trapped under the screen protector. I don't think I think we'll do the... I have another one to build. So I'll build the other one. I'll keep this one. So I have a kit to do another one of these. Now this is a 2DS, or no, yeah, it's original DS Lite with a metal Game Boy Macro shell. And so basically what this is the top screen of the DS has been taken off because it was damaged or whatever. So I have another damaged one. This is a replacement shell, and then this is a metal shell front. So this is called the Game Boy Macro. It's meant to be just play Game Boy Advance games on the bottom half of the 2DS. So if I launch this console, the touchscreen doesn't work because it's been removed, and it won't play DS game. Well, it will play a DS game, but you don't have the top screen, so it's not going to work. But you won't be able to play it. With a Game Boy Advance game in, I have it set to just launch straight into the Game Boy Advance game, and it'll just play Game Boy Advance games. So this is basically just a Game Boy Advanced, nice, neat metal shell. So I have another one of these kits. I bought a broken DS that I'm going to use to mod for it. It should work. So yeah, this will be one of the first things. I have a couple of PlayStation 1s that I'd like to mod with the X Station, so we're going to do that, and I'll give them away. Let's leave this here. It's fine. So that's the stuff I'm doing. I'm not nervous about the console modding and repair stuffs as much as I am about the music. Something about grabbing my guitar and singing my album. I'll get over it. I'll get over it. I'm just nervous because I haven't done it in a long time. Alright, so let's discuss. Let me go back to the branding discussion. So, branding on your Twitch channel is more important than it's ever been, because the amount of streamers is just super high. There's a ton of streamers. There's like so many streamers, it's incredible. So if you want to stand out, using the default alerts is a terrible idea. I don't recommend anybody use the default alerts. Now, it's fine to do it for a little while, but that should not be your long-term plan. You should have... Really what you should do is create a branding board. So I'm going to make a video on this, on exactly what to do. How to approach this. I already have one. I actually have two workshops, but I'm going to make a more like succinct video on it for the IQ channel. Next month. How to tackle branding. and create your own branding board. You want to have a branding board that you can hand to any artist, any graphic designer, and say, this is my branding. And then they can create your fonts. They can create everything with your fonts. And it's important to understand that the wrong fonts are going to cause an issue. The wrong fonts can get you in trouble because you don't want to steal fonts. You want to keep everything on the up and up as much as possible. It's a bad idea to try, and fonts cost money. The right font will cost you money if you want to use it, or it'll be completely free. You just have to pick the right fonts. Google Fonts makes this super easy. So I'm going to go over all this stuff so people don't, they have some pride in what they're doing with their graphics and their branding and stuff. And they know that they're not in a realm for any kind of legal trouble. So, and I've seen it. More often than not, streamers have approached me and they're using a font that costs like $40 to $50 to license for commercial use, like your stream. And I point that out to them, and any designer that's actually like worth anything and is an excellent designer for branding and graphics and stuff, they're already going to know this stuff, and they're going to tell you. If they don't tell you, they're probably a Fiverr artist, or they don't care, and they can get in trouble too for using graphics that they don't have the license or right to do. Might as well be using just copyrighted everything. So branding is real important. It's important that you get it right and that you have it nailed down. What branding entails is colors and fonts. That's really all it is your color scheme, your color theme, and your fonts. And it makes your life as a streamer so much easier for making everything moving forward. If you have a branding board of colors and fonts that are set up for you to just create with. Because the tendency I see a lot of streamers, they'll like go in and they just play. They're just playing. They don't do their alerts because they go into the alert overlay editor and they don't know what to do. They don't know what to tweak. If you have a branding board, you know exactly what to do. You don't get caught up changing this and playing with that and maybe this font and maybe that font. You've settled on your fonts. You know exactly what fonts to use. You have 3 to select. You choose the one that looks right and is readable. And you can focus more on like making sure the text is standing out properly. And if you want to know what colors to use, you've got your colors chosen already. This is your branding. And you use your branding to create your stream content, your alerts, and your graphics. And if you have someone make you something, they have a branding board graphic of colors and fonts to apply to your alerts and to your overlays or whatever they're making for you. This is super important. The branding is so important. It's the first step, and once you get it done, you're done. And you can do it again if you want to change your branding. But this is what major companies do. This is the process that major corporations go through. This is any business that hires a branding graphics firm. This is what they do. You can do it too. It's not that hard. Once you get settled in your color scheme and your fonts and you get your branding all put together properly, you just apply it. And so branding is super key. The reason this puts you ahead, because if you do this as a streamer, all the other streamers who haven't done this are going to be caught up in the rut of playing with the stream, playing with the overlays, playing with your alerts. And you're going to spend more time playing with your stream setup than streaming. And the tendency is to have this horrible imbalance. You're spending hours and hours every week trying this, trying that, playing with this, playing with that, instead of applying new things and like a new alert and and there's no cohesiveness between the things that you, if you don't have the branding, you're just gonna slap the follow alert's gonna be over here and these weird colors, and the subscriber alert's gonna be over here and these weird colors. There's no cohesiveness to the presentation. I mean, what TV show, movie, production in history is just kind of piecemealed, slapped together? Just streams. just streams. Don't do it. You're putting yourself behind if you do that. You're giving yourself less of an opportunity here to impress new viewers. And to be honest, this is just an initial investment. Once you get your alerts set up, they could be set up for years. If you have a good follow alert, you're done. You know, maybe you could change it, tweak it a little bit, but it's not like you're playing. You can. There's a difference between trying to figure out what will work and refinement. So, a branding board lets you refine instead of being lost in the I don't know land of I hope this works. I hope this is good. I want you guys to figure out how to refine, hone, and get. That's where improvement is. That's where stream quality goes up, and your stream presentation, it has a bigger impact. These small things make a big difference. You may not realize it, but if your follow alert sucks because people can't really read it, it's too hard to see, it doesn't catch anybody, it doesn't make anybody feel anything, it's just kind of like text on the screen, that's hurting you. If you have a follow alert that's like catchy and has like a hook to it, can be read, people create an emotional attachment with these things. When I see a good follow alert, it makes me smile a little bit. You know, even maybe if it's not on the outside, it's on the inside. That's what you want, and that helps viewers attach themselves to you. Your branding is a tool for viewers to attach themselves to you. If branding wasn't important, McDonald's and every giant chain in the history wouldn't have spent millions of dollars trying to figure out the exact color of, you know, wrappers of burgers and signs outside. They would just like, anything works, so I'm just gonna do anything. No, colors have a psychology attached to them. In you know, I have a bachelor's degree that includes. In my education, I had a lot of classes where we discussed the psychology of branding and color information, and certain colors they elicit reactions in humans. There's a reason why McDonald's has a yellow arches and not blue. Because yellow, and you'll notice that there's a lot of yellows and oranges in McDonald's color scheme because it's hunger. It's like the hunger colors. They want you to be hungry. They want you to look at their branding and become hungry. So you'll go in and buy food. This is real. There's been plenty of studies to show that the human mind, the human brains, we all react similarly to colors when we see the same color, at least. So it's all about branding is about getting into your audience's mind through these little doors. You want to try to get in to your viewer's mind and live there. You want to get. That's what your branding does. It helps you open up those spaces and get in there. So you want to choose a good color theme that resonates well. Now, luckily on a stream, you can pretty much go. You're not trying to elicit anything except for what is like a good lean towards your theme. You're not trying to make people hungry, and all colors have a psychological connection and open these doors. So as long as your theme is cohesive and coherent and people enjoy it, those doors open up and allow you to kind of connect with the viewer. These are things that are important. Too many streamers ignore this stuff, and you don't have to ignore it. You can just spend a couple of hours once getting this stuff situated and dealt with. Get your branding. Spend 1 hour getting your colors and fonts situated. And make sure they all look good together cohesively. And then you're good to go. And you don't have to worry about this stuff. You just use it. It's the same thing with art, with any kind of art. If you're going to have an art, if you're going to do a painting, you need a color palette. You need to have a color palette that you select to make the painting with. You don't just have every color ever. Limitation is actually one of the most powerful tools for creation. But a lot of people think it's the opposite of that. A lot of people think that freedom and openness, endless possibilities, is the best tool for creation. And that's not true. That is where you end up with writer's block, creative block. Because if you just stare at a blank canvas, that is the worst thing to do as an artist, is to stare, or a writer, is to stare at a blank, empty sheet. You want to get started. You don't want to worry about your brush strokes being perfect when you start. You just want to get started and refine and refine and refine. And branding helps you never have. Having a good branding board helps you never, ever have a blank canvas to start with. You know exactly what you need to slap down and start with. And then you refine. And just putting this time in is going to give you the better chance of making your stream approachable for new viewers. Perm, yeah, hey, welcome, Perm. You have to focus on big picture, then work your way. Yeah, exactly. But it's really hard for people to even start the process when they don't know what colors to use or what fonts to use. That's why a branding board is the best place for you to start. It gives you a really powerful tool of the most powerful tool of limitation. If I tell an artist, here are your limitations. You have this brush, and these 3 colors. Paint me a creek with a turtle in it. Now, I've given you a task, and I've given you the tools, and I've given you the colors to use. You only get to use those colors. You only get to use those tools. That is the best situation for an artist to be in. Because the artist then can... The freedom of creativity is now to push those limitations. To push those tools to that next level. Now you get to see what the artist can do with that situation. And that's what you want. You'd never want to give an artist everything. Here's pencils, pens, paint, blank canvas, paint anything you want. That's a much more difficult task, and it's actually more restrictive on the artist, because now the artist, instead of trying to execute the goal and expand and get creative in the goal, they have to go a whole step back and try to figure out, what is the goal? What am I going to use? You know, if you look at your Steam library and you try to figure out what to play, and you have 1,000 games, you don't play anything except for stuff that you've already played typically. Sometimes you don't end up playing anything at all. It's like flipping through television. You don't end up watching anything. You're just flipping through channels. Too much choice, too much opportunity for selection can actually decrease the rate of selection. This is true as well for other aspects of streaming. Hello, beware of the mom. If you want to sell more merch, reduce the amount of selection on your merch. It's a bad idea to have it. The temptation as a streamer is to have a hoodie in every color, in every size. And sometimes that's okay for one of the items if it's really popular. But if it's something that's it may not sell as well, and it's going to be more of a niche product, you're better off making it like a t-shirt or a hoodie and 2 colors. So reduce the amount of choice that the purchaser, your viewers, have to make. The barrier of entry becomes much easier. There's another benefit to this too. On the viewer side, if you have a product that's like a hoodie, and it's just a hoodie, it's not a hoodie, a t-shirt, a canvas, a towel, you know, a fanny pack, a mug. What happens is you create a cohesiveness in your community. Everybody has that hoodie, the hoodie. If I have the mug and you have the hoodie and you have the beach towel, there's less of a cohesiveness in the community, and we all don't feel like we have the same product. It becomes more of like, oh yeah, I have that hoodie too. Oh yeah, I have that too. But I have the... You want to get rid of the but I have the... Less is more. So, are we stuck on Ninja Gaiden? It's a good game to be stuck on, to be honest. Right? So, beware of the mom. Are you you're a streamer? Just a gamer, viewer? IQ, this is welcome to InfiniteQuality.live. If anybody wants to know more about what this is not a single streamer stream. You don't stream. Oh, okay. So you're just kind of like on the viewer side. Well, hopefully you find this somewhat helpful. What would you say my Twitch avatar... Would you say my Twitch avatar is a good brand? Yes. Perm. I like the mustache. If anybody wants to see it, just click on his name in chat and it'll open that little box. And you can see it. I like it a lot. Infinite Quality Live is a community for Twitch streamer affiliates to come together and discuss. These streams that I'm doing are a brand new thing, basically, that are just kind of open for troubleshooting, tech support, streamer Q&A, streaming discussions. So if you know any streamers that are Twitch affiliates that are looking for a community, that we're not like a lurk for lurk or like build your stream. We're more just like a community of people that do stuff together, talk about streaming, help each other out. Like a streamer community should be. Not these like gamify your stream, you know, trick things. Like what streamers really need is people to ask questions to, a place to ask questions, and a place to answer questions, and a place to meet other streamers that are in the that would be good for them to meet, because it's so hard to figure that out too. So yeah, InfiniteQuality.live. If you ever want to come by my stream, I'm streaming on the Sunny Machine. I haven't streamed in 2 years, but my first stream back will be on Monday at 1 p.m. I will be catching up with everybody, telling them what happened to me and all of that stuff. Oh, Eat Your Meats. She's one of my clients. Yeah. Eat Your Meats and we work together on her stream and her content. So a lot of the stuff you hear me say here is because of conversations I've had with her. Yeah, my return stream is Monday. Oh, it's going to be crazy. I'm really anxious about it. I'm gonna be playing music, singing, and producing music, and modding old console hardware to give away. So this is like one of the things we're going to be doing, giving away. Anxious is good. Man, this screen collects fingerprints. I'm probably going to keep this one since there's like a hair, little tiny hair. It's not the worst thing in the world. Trapped under the screen. Oh wait, is it gone? Oh, never mind. How did it go away already? It is not. There's no hair. I'm always anxious. Can you tell? Can you tell I'm anxious now? I can sing you a song right now if you want. My first stream back is just going to be me catching up and seeing who is even from my old community is even going to return. I mean, I used to have somewhat of an active 15 viewer stream. We'll see. I'm afraid that my first stream back is going to be like an unexpectedly high amount of people, and then it's going to drop off, which is, you know, most likely what's going to happen, but I'll just have to live with it. But I am going to be modding old retro consoles to give away on stream. PlayStation 1s with the X Station is on the list. I've got maybe 3 to mod and give away throughout the year. I've got a Game Boy Macro that I'm going to build and give away. Maybe we'll give away this one. The only problem with this one is I shoved an extra speaker. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. Yeah, you can see it. See, I shoved an extra speaker in the DS card slot, so you really can't play DS games on this, you know, like single screen. There aren't any single screen DS games, is there? I don't remember. It's because this kit only has one speaker right here, right? And this speaker, I wanted 2 speakers to get the volume up on it, make it sound better. So it's got stereo speakers hooked up, but it's kind of jank, the speaker in here. It's not the worst thing in the world, to be fair. But I mangled the connector in here to get that in there, so it's like kind of sharp. So I think I'll probably keep this one. I have a better mod anyway for the one I'm gonna do, but that's probably the first one to do. Actually, the first thing I'm gonna do is put together my Game Boy Advanced Consolizer kit. That'll be like my practice before I solder anything that's like for a giveaway. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be playing live music, producing old music and new music moving forward, and console modding for giveaway. I'm not like almost no gaming at all. Which, you know, that's fine. I don't really. I'm old. I'm an old man now. I have no time. I have the next like 40 years of my life before I, you know, can't do much anymore. So I'll be old. In 40 years I'll be really old. So I'd like to take the next half of my life, and I played a ton of games already. You know, I'll play games in the future, probably way down the line here and there. But right now I have so much music I got to do. I just finished writing this year I wrote and recorded. I'm still in the process of finishing the recording. My album, my first solo album. If you guys want to hear any of my songs, the rough recordings, first draft recordings, are all on luckysunlight.com. If you want to hear me sing and play guitar, or I could play a song for you right now if you want. You know, you'd have to beg me, but I might. I kind of get it out of my system. So. Once a week, I will be performing a live set of my album in anticipation of going and playing my songs live out in the world. So, because I have a whole setup to do live performance of music. It's not piano. It's guitar. Now you made me nervous because you said yes. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing one day a week. Thursdays I'm gonna be doing like a live performance show in anticipation of actually doing that in real world. These are lyrics. Silly. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm daft. I'm only slightly a genius when it comes to plugging things in. So I'm going through a transformation right now, and I feel like this is important, not just for me, but for all streamers to go through and assess themselves and go through whatever transformation that they need to reach their true potential. If you're not going to reach your true potential, it's going to be hard for you to go anywhere with your stream, because you're going to have to work really hard, really hard to make streaming a viable thing for you. And typically it's the people who work really hard on themselves find success in the other things that they're doing. So I got to go from who I am right now to who I need to be. One of my songs is about that. And I want you guys to go from who you are now to who you need to be as well. Because who you are now is not a partnered, successful streamer. So how do you get there? How do you go from who you are now to who you need to be? And it's a holistic approach that works best. That includes everything you are as a person. Your health, your mentality, your approach, your mindset, your heart, your soul, your passions, your health, your health, your health, your health. You can only do what you can sustain. Here's the thing to consider about art. Either you do art for your own satisfaction and be ready to compete with all artists alive today and the dead ones as well. I think there's plenty of room for success in a lot of areas. On Twitch, in the music industry, as long as you're unique. I think I have a pretty unique approach to music, and my voice with singing is not like a lot of other voices, so I think that actually benefits me a bit. I feel like I'm just getting started with my music, and if people like the music that I'm doing now, which I hope you all do, that'll give me a good chance. But I actually do need realistic feedback about my music, because if my music now is good, the stuff I really can make when I have a full band to work with and musicians it's going to be quite different. So, speaking of music, I got so many vinyl albums. Oh my god. Oh man. Do you guys like vinyl? My vinyl album collection is doing so well. I just got the Doom original soundtrack on vinyl. It's so good. I think I can play that on stream, can't I? Oh my god. It is so good on vinyl. It's crazy. Oh. I'm really happy with my vinyl collection so far. Taco's picked me up a vinyl from a place in San Diego. The albums that I want though, I'm having a hard time finding. It kind of sucks. There's some albums that I want, and there's some that just don't exist on vinyl. Everything should be on vinyl. I got 2 albums coming I'm excited about. Tool, Undertow was a pretty good price, so I picked that up. And the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. That's a good one. The one soundtrack I wish I had on vinyl that doesn't exist is the Mortal Kombat soundtrack. I mean, the score exists, the original score, but I don't want that. I want the soundtrack, you know, like KFMDM and all that stuff. So, Utah Saints. And the Michael, what's his name? I don't know. The guy who composed the original soundtrack, the score. How's your streaming going, Ferb? I really do like your branding and the stuff that you've been doing. You would benefit a lot from putting together a branding board with what your current branding looks like. So your colors, you do have a cohesiveness though. It's obvious that you are thinking about colors and branding. in a very... Did you ever watch my branding workshop, or how did you get there? Did you watch something or find something that showed you? If you're still here, Perm. But Perm's a good example of somebody who's creatively flexing his streaming branding well. I like his... Oh, you are here. Your BRB screens and all your stuff that you've been setting up. Yeah, streaming is on pause, but that's fine. I paused for 2 years. Dude, like... I have a 2-year pause. This is why I'm nervous. I used to play music. I used to smoke a lot of weed and play music on stream. And that was one of my ways of dealing with my anxiety. Was the cannabis kind of helped me even out how my anxiety was. No, you shouldn't, Ober. You're doing good, man. Your numbers have been up. And you haven't even used... You got a new camera and you don't even use it half the time. Should I keep burning you? You're gonna just complain if I keep burning. If I keep burning Ober links like this, he's gonna be real upset. All he ever does is complain that I have criticisms. You know, you ask for all these... You guys ask for advice and feedback on your stream. And then you complain when you get it. You hate green hair. You're redoing your room this weekend. You need more light on the green screen that is green. Get those LCD floodlights, man. I have so many of these. They're so cheap. These ones are good because you can control them on your phone and on the remote. They have a remote and... the only bad thing about these is they don't have the warm white, cool white selection. So these are good only for the colors. And if you just need bright white, not daylight. I mean, they will work, but the other ones that I linked have the full color spectrum. You know, they've got warm white and cool white. I like those better for lighting me. So right now I've got 2 ring lights and 2 of those LED lights. Those floodlights above those. So kind of like light coming down and light coming at me. 4 lights, but they're not really that bright. You know, this one's a little bit bright because I had to put it in a different position, but turning it down that much isn't affected. It's still very good, and it's easier on my eyes. More lights, less bright, easier on your eyes. That's a good way to go. And then you get these little floodlights, and then use the green light to light the screen, and just blast it, and you will get less of that bounce, because the green light will just absorb into the green cloth and brighten it up. So... That would be your best bet, is to light the green screen with green light. You know, put 2 on the floor and get 2 more, put on the sides, and just soak that green screen with green light. Just soak it. You know. That will create less of the bounce. And then use your front lights to just light you. Aim them all at you and just get just enough light to counteract any of the bounce, the green bounce light. That's what you need to do. Is you got to get green light back there and white light up here, so the white light can just push the green lights back behind you. Yeah, the front lights, it's a good idea to have 2 kind of higher up and pointed down at you, so it's like a hair light, right? So you want the top of your head to be as clearly seen as possible. Otherwise, that helps a lot, actually. So you want the top of your head, especially if you're wearing headphones and stuff, they just disappear in the darkness. Should I do this stream in just chatting, or should we do it in talk shows and podcasts? I never know. I can never. Which category I should do it in? I think it's better in just chatting. Oh, that's better. Talk shows and podcasts is good too, but yeah, I'm just chatting. Well, it's topical, so that's the problem. The first hour of the stream, I just ranted about branding. Well, maybe half an hour. Yeah, I don't think it necessarily. I think you can have a podcast talk show where you address the chat. I think that's okay. I don't know. It's more about discoverability is the issue. That's what I want. Just chatting is full. Talk shows and podcasts is less full, but it's still very full. The other reason I'm anxious about my stream is that I've changed a lot. Yeah. I've changed a lot, and there's going to be a lot of people who don't know me, who think that they do, from who I used to be to who I am now. And I'm going to keep changing as well. Because who I used to be was a pothead. And I don't know. I haven't really dealt with this change in a way that where I'm certain how. Yeah, we're stuck on Ninja Gaiden. I'll just run the script manually again. No, let's let it happen on its own. I haven't reconciled who I used to be very well yet. And I hopefully people are just okay with the fact that they don't know who I am, because I'm not that person that I was. It's a thing, man. Change, when you make good change, is good. I think the fact that I changed so much inside, one of the reasons I'm so determined to change how I look on the outside also is to help reflect that. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. I feel the need to present myself to the world with who I feel like I really am, which is not, I'm not. I became this way. The reason I got so overweight is because I wasn't really being myself. I was being defensive, and I was being defeatist. Like, I'd given up on myself in a lot of ways. And none of that stuff is true about who I really am. I needed to kind of do like this soul-searching metamorphosis thing where I figure out how to be me and not this like destroyed, uncomfortable, inappropriate version of me. So I was basically just lying to myself and gave up on myself and just resigned to be that person I was. But then I got really sick. So I probably shouldn't talk about this too much because I am going to talk about it a lot on my stream. That's the other thing I know I'm going to have to do. As people funnel back in, they're going to be like, hey, how you doing? What happened? And I'm going to be telling the same story over and over. Hope you guys are ready to hear me tell the same story over and over again. Because that's what it's going to be like for a while. And I don't want to make a video and just like push people to the video. It's too impersonal. These are people who've given me tons of support over the years, money, my community, and I don't want to just like point them at a video. I think a lot of people in the beginning deserve to hear it from me and have the conversation, even if it's going to be over and over and over. My rates as a soundboard are 1 hug per hour. Hit me up. That's a pretty cheap rate. I think I would fall into some debt though. How long is each hug? And you're talking about a mixer, or are you talking about like an operator? What do you mean as a soundboard? How does one be a soundboard? Can a soundboard have friends? Sounding board. You need the ing. You mean sounding board. Yes. I will make your English perfect. Perm. Just give me time. I will help you find the perfect English. I know it's not your first language. Trust me, I understand how difficult. The fact that you can handle English at all is amazing. I am very struggle bus when it comes to. I think I'm pretty good actually at learning other languages, but crap, man, Korean has me all kinds of. It's taken me months to even get to a place where learning is starting to make sense. Like I'm at like a baby. I'm like a newborn baby. Maybe like a 2 or 3 year old when it comes to Korean. It is rough. I have like, some words down and some phrases down, but reading it, whew, wow. Yeah, you're pretty good. You're very good at a lot of people are very good at English. It's only in moments like this, like these small moments where you can tell that there's like, it's not your first language. With people who don't speak it as their first language, because foreigners tend to make the same kinds of mistakes with their choice of certain words or speaking. I hear the same things happen a lot with people who English isn't their first language. Like the thing is, you guys communicate well. It's not like a communication issue. It's just not how a native person. I was talking to Gingin about this actually. There are times where we hear, as a native speaker, we'll hear you say something. We know exactly what you mean, but it wouldn't be said like that by a native speaker. We would say either the word is slightly different or something. It's like that. It's like, but most of the communication is there. It's still there. It's good. And language is about communicating first. So, but good job. Very, very good job. Those of you who speak English well and it's not your first language. I jealous a little bit. Other languages are hard because I think if you learn English first, English is very... I don't think it's as hard as people think. It's very succinct in its meaning. Whereas, like, Korean, the same word will have a ton of different contextual meanings. And English doesn't do that as much. Does it a little bit, but less so. Inflection plays a role less often in English. So the same, but one word will mean like yes, or like really, or like okay, like similar words like will just be one word in another language. There won't be like in English you have like okay and yes and really. Laundry English is like laundry machine, postman. Yeah, I have a hard time. I'm having a hard time with Korean. I just need to get to the place where I can mostly understand it and mostly conversationally be able to exist with it. I think it doesn't help that I watch a lot of Korean dramas where the dialects suddenly shift a little bit, and so that's not helping me stay consistent at all, but I need to be able to deal with that too. Do you have any accents that you struggle with where people speak in English? I mean, geez, people speak in English from like Ireland and Scotland and stuff sometimes. Like, what? What the hell are you saying? I wonder if there's any U.S. Accents that make it hard for you to understand English. New Jersey. That's where I was born. Jersey. Hey, what? New York. Yeah. New York, New Jersey, Boston. Yeah. Coffee. So East Coast? Isn't that where you're at? Over? Oh, yeah. I know. You can't understand your neighbors. You're in Ohio. I was born in Jersey. I used to speak much more like a Jersey East Coast person. And if I'm around East Coast people, it starts to come out more. You know, forest, coffee. I was never really that bad. But my family, it does start to come out though if I start. If I'm hanging out with East Coast people, it starts to bleed back into my speech a lot. I don't know why. If I'm not, I don't sound like that. I don't know. Maybe it's because I was always like into acting and voices, imitation, and so that makes me have more of like a bass voice that's not like leaning. I don't know. Do I sound like I have an accent? It's probably because I pay attention to a lot of accents and voices and stuff. How do you guys feel about, we all have an accent, yeah, I guess. But what's my accent? Which part of the world do I sound like I'm from? Yeah, in England, yeah, I have an accent. But, you know, that makes you more attractive, right, to those people. So that's all I'm worried about. How many languages do you speak, Perm? Does anybody else speak any multiple languages? I technically only speak one because sign language is not spoken, but I'm decent at sign language. I can have a conversation and understand someone, a deaf person, in American Sign Language, not in. I wish American Sign Language was. I wish it wasn't an American Sign Language. I wish it was like a world sign language, and every deaf person uses the same signs. But it's not true. You don't speak anything that's qualified as a language. We need a universal translator for chat. I'm pretty good at idiot. I'll allow it. I think that's the heater. Pretty good at idiot. Yeah. I used to want to be an interpreter, but that door closed real fast as I got older. You understand cat, but you can't speak it back. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I understand cat as well. Yeah. You're in Canada, Perm? Quebec? Yeah. That's what I thought. You ever want to go anywhere else? Look at this bruise on my knee. Where the heck did this come from? That's crazy. I really want to move. I like it here. I could stay here the rest of my life, but for very reasons, I want to get. I want to go to. I want to get out of here. Very reasons. This sounds like a song I might write. It's interesting. It's funny. I want to move to a place that's more closed. I used to want to move to Japan. I'd like to visit Japan. But now it's Korea, South Korea. I think it's going to be hard for me though in a lot of ways. Cuz of the food. My diet makes it complicated cuz they have a very culture, their culture around food is interesting. I'm gonna have to figure out how to handle some carbs again. Not just like in the moment when somebody's shoving food in my face, making me eat something. I don't want to be rude, but I don't know how they do it over there with people with food allergies. How do they deal with that? I don't know. It's gonna be a learning experience, that's for sure. So right now, I don't see myself coming off this diet. That's one of my biggest concerns with my life. Is that I don't see myself being able to eat. I don't mind. I like the way I eat, so I'm more worried about other people dealing with their shibbiness. I don't want to use Shibby's name as a derogatory term. That's not fair to Shibby. They're I really don't want to be offensive to people more than anything, culturally speaking, because of the way I've chosen to eat. But I pretty much have to eat this way for the rest of my life. So it's like an alcoholic. You don't shove alcohol in their face. Don't shove carbs in my face. Can't do it. Won't do it. Yeah, it's okay. Poor. That's a horrible situation, actually. Yeah. It's so strange to think that you have this like tiny little democratic country just like smack dab in the middle of all of this non-democratic area. Like it's so strange. But probably there, and then Thailand later in life. Those would be the places I would go live, I think. I'm gonna have to learn Thai after I learn Korean. So, luckily I already know English. English is the business language of the world. So, you know, if you're gonna learn another language and you don't care about trying to speak it super well or something, like, I'd say learn how to code computer languages. If you want, if you already know English, at least. Tahiti, Bali. Yeah, I think Korea and Thailand are not, so I think I'd be okay there. So, I got my branding stuff out of the way. That's all I wanted to talk about today, to be honest. So the next YouTube video I'm going to be doing on Monday is going to be about Stream Elements fonts. So it's tied in with the branding thing, how to tweak the fonts and what to think about when you're setting up overlays and alerts so that they stand out enough against proper gameplay and backgrounds and things like that. Tricks and tips on how to play with Stream Elements. So today's rant about branding is geared because my mind is there for the Stream Elements settings and figuring all that business out. At this point, I mean, if you guys don't have any questions or need any help with anything, I'll probably wrap this up pretty soon. I'm still apprehensive. I'm going to be making these streams. These streams are going to be shorter. Since I'm going to be doing so much more streaming overall, adding in my own channel back in, I really need to kind of pace myself properly, and not exhaust myself. I have a tendency to like keep streaming and like push and push and push, and I don't really want to do that so much. The diet, you know, I'm on like my diet is not just, I'm not just eating carnivore. My calories are pretty low. I eat like maybe 1,500 calories a day, and I go for a 2.5 to 3 mile walk every day. Except for 1 day a week, because my body needs a rest. But I want to walk on those days. I actually take 1 day off every 2 weeks from walking. So I run through my energy pretty quickly, because I don't eat that much. So adding more in is going to exhaust me even further. But I will be back to streaming on my channel on Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific. So if you guys can be there, that'd be great. I would really appreciate the support and be glad to hang out with you guys, talk to you guys there. I'm going to be approaching that stream differently. I was going to say that, but it became definitely. Differently. I'm going to be... it'll be more like a stream. This is like... I've got more... This is like a notch up professional wise of trying to stay on track and have important conversations. My stream's going to be more about producing the music and hanging out with people and talking and stuff. So, and yeah, more personal, I guess. I take this stream and this channel to be more about us and our community, and so I approach it differently, I guess. Like if people come in here and want to just chat about life and stuff, it's not what's going to happen here. I try to keep this more on track, whereas my stream, you know, I'll be more likely to dig deeper into what's been going on with my life and all that stuff. So that said, on my stream, I'm probably not going to be there to help you fix your stream. So if you come to my stream and you want help with your stream, I'm going to say, catch me on IQ's channel. That's what this is for. This is here to help you guys and be like that tech support, troubleshooting, discussions kind of thing. I have a time and a place for that. It's here. It's Fridays on this stream. And in the IQ Discord, I pay very close attention to the IQ Discord. So if you guys need help ever in the moment, in the IQ Discord, ask your question. I read all that stuff. I will respond as soon as I'm available and have an answer for you, if I have an answer for you. Time and place is important. So if you need help with your streams, it's not going to be on my stream. So don't be sad and disappointed if you come into my chat while I'm live on my stream and I'm singing everybody a song or talking about health or something, food, whatever it is, and you have a problem with your stream. I'm going to be like, you know, ask in the IQ Discord or hit me up on Friday on this stream. So that's what this is for. So I gotta kind of segregate the content a little bit. So obviously people are going to try and come into my stream and be like, help, this is broken. And be like, go to IQ. So two different things. But yeah, I appreciate it if you guys would come support me on my channel. It'll be, can't believe it's been like 2 years. I can't believe I'm this much better as well. Like my health. I was really scared that I was stuck being very broken, very, very broken, horrible. Like, I was really worried for a while that it wasn't going to get better because I wasn't really getting better. The fact that I got here is kind of a miracle, to be honest. So, I'm very grateful to be better. And I can't wait. I'm apprehensive, but I'm also excited about turning my stream on. I feel like imagining it right now is like, it feels so weird. Turning my stream on, singing you guys songs, love songs. It's gonna be a little awkward. We're gonna be like holding hands. It's gonna be a little awkward. You know, I'm basically gonna be cuddling all of you. So this is a preview of my stream. If you guys are ready to cuddle, you know, we all need cuddles. I'm gonna be singing my love songs, getting all emotional. Hopefully inspiring you guys to fall in love with yourself, someone else. Love, man, love's so crazy powerful. It's not overrated and overplayed. It's underestimated and underplayed. So That's why. I believe. All right. I'm out too. Thank you guys for chilling. I will be back next Friday to answer more questions, talk about streaming. If you have any need for help and you're not in IQ, go to InfiniteQuality.live. Check out the application process. See if you think we'd be a good fit for you as a community. These videos, by the way, are going on YouTube, but they're unlisted. I'm not putting these videos up public anymore. They're unlisted. They are going to be embedded on the front page of the website and posted to the website for members. But these are not. This is just junking up the YouTube channel with too much content. I'm just going to have the Monday videos and the podcast be the public videos on the YouTube channel. So if you want help with your stream and you're not in IQ, go check out the Infinite Quality YouTube channel. Link is on the website. It's probably also down in the panels. I think it is. Yes, it is. I'll put it in the chat. Go to YouTube. Go to the YouTube channel. Subscribe. Check out all the videos. I've got lots of content. More content coming every week about how to everything for streaming. So if you got a topic you want to suggest, put it in the suggestions channel in the IQ Discord if you're an IQ member. Thank you guys for supporting this community. You supporting this community is a good way for you to support the others in this community and to support yourself, to find people to make content with. Go join other people's podcasts. There's lots of people in IQ doing really well. We're going to see a handful of people get partnered next year in IQ, which is pretty fast. So I'm very proud of a lot of streamers. I will be calling them out as things happen, letting you guys know who, what, where, and when. We've got a lot of people that are on at partnership level and really close. So if you guys need any help, I'll see you next week for more live Q&A. And thank you. I'll see you on Monday on my stream where I sing all the songs. Okay, that's the stream.